Okay, good day, guys. Good day to you all yet again. Um, Thanks for being here on the Formula Sports channel. Gentle reminder, as always, you have to remind you guys to do a very important thing, which is to smash the like button, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and also, even sharing the content as well is a massive help to the channel. And as always, the support is much appreciated. We want to talk a little bit about the player on screen right now. Blackpool's CDM Kevin Stewart. Now, the CDM position has been a position that has been keeping Reggae Boyz fans up at night, right? I'm kidding. I'm exaggerating. It's not that bad. Well, it is bad. Right, it's bad. It's a position that we have been struggling with for quite some time now. Even with the arrival of Anthony Grant, yes, he has been a massive help and a massive addition, but we still need reinforcements in the position. It's a position that has given Reggae Boyz fans a number of headaches. Right now, we have some news coming out of England. Let me just read it right here. First, I'm going to read a part of the article, and then I'm going to read the exact quote from the Blackpool manager. So it says, elsewhere, for the Tangerines, Kevin Stewart could be back in contention for a place in the Seasider squad on Saturday as he steps up his injury recovery, Saturday being tomorrow. However, tomorrow's game was cancelled, and that was against Barnsley, I think it was. And that game has been cancelled. Not cancelled, sorry. Postponed. Cancel and postponed are two different things. The game has been postponed. The whole drama surrounding COVID. Stewart has been out of action for months and has generally found himself in the medical room more than he would have liked. But with the Tangerines light in central midfield, his return will be a timely help. I'm going to read now the exact quote where the article quotes the manager, the Blackpool manager. So this is the Blackpool manager now. Positive news in the fact that Kev Stewart is back in full training this week. He started, so this week, he has been back in training since the start of this week. As a matter of fact, let me read it over. Positive news in the fact that Kev Stewart is back in full training this week. He started joining in the back end of last week. Obviously, you saw Luke Garbott on the pitch last week is a positive as well. So, that is dealing with another player there, Luke Garbott. But the most important and the most relevant thing to Reggae Boyz fans is that Kevin Stewart started training from last week and he's back in full training this week, right? And that was what the manager is being quoted as saying. Now, the sad thing about it is I think we could expect, I shouldn't say expect, but we could anticipate that Kevin Stewart might be given a call up if the Barnsley game was not postponed, right? Because what is going to take place right now is that between the game, in terms of between now and the World Cup qualifier, Kevin Stewart will only more than likely be available for one game, right? Because from what is being said here, it looks like he will be available for Blackpool's next game. Now, if he does indeed play that next game, it will only be one game, right? He will not, it wouldn't be more games because is only one game with the cancellation of the postponement rather of the Barnsley fixture. There's only one game between now and the World Cup qualifier. So I don't think the coach would call up a player that, has been out for months and then, only play one game. And more than likely, I wouldn't be surprised if it isn't even a start, right? If it isn't a start, right? So, and it's just really unfortunate because, you know, it's sad that the Barnsley game had been cancelled, because if it was 2 games instead of 1 game, it would be there'd be a higher likelihood that we might see Kevin Stewart being called up for the Reggae Boyz. I mean, the player is undoubtedly the best central defensive midfielder. I shouldn't say undoubtedly, because David Davis is a decent player, a very decent player, right? I did a video on David Davis. You guys can go check it out. He's a very decent player, but Kevin Stewart is still the best CDM that we have available to us. And you know, it's just a real shame that it's when will we ever see this player, man? Certainly not when I mean it matters most right now. It matters most right now, and it's yes, we're happy that the player is back, but it just might be a bit too late, and it's just sad that the Barnsley fixture was postponed, because if there would be 2 games that he could play between now and and then there's also the whole issue of, you know, the invitations would go out a little while before, so probably, you know, the manager wouldn't want to take that risk, you know, to call up Kevin Stewart and then, you know, he gets injured again, because the player has rarely managed to play 2 games back to back. It's been that bad since the start of the season. So it's sad, man. But, you know, the player, and the sad part about it is that it's a position where we desperately need reinforcements, man. It's not like he plays an attacking midfielder or a center forward or a winger. You know, it's the CDM position. And he's such a quality player. If this player was in our team in the World Cup qualifiers so far, I think we'd be in a better position than we are in right now. So, you know, just giving you guys that brief update that Kevin Stewart is back in full training, and from what is being reported, he probably will be available for the next game that Blackpool plays. It looks to be too late, though, in terms of it's just too close to the World Cup qualifiers to take a risk. And, you know, obviously the player wouldn't be much sharp, the player wouldn't be much fit, and then the player being so fickle, you just wouldn't want to take a chance like that. To be fair, even if it was 2 games instead of 1, even if the Barnsley game was not postponed, it probably might be a stretch to have expected or anticipated or hoped that Paul Hall would call up the midfielder. But guys, smash the like button, subscribe to the channel as well. Just a quick update on our best CDM available to us right now, Kevin Stewart. Take care, stay safe, and until next time, guys.